Ann, welcome back to Alpine Public
Thank
Library. How are you enjoying your new position at AHS?
It's good, lots of growth happening and expansion of what we're doing, and it's all good.
That's amazing. So who do we have here today?
They call her Raggedy Ann at
Okay.
the shelter. She came in a very tiny and sick little kitten, but she's gotten much better, and she's very sweet. She's super cute.
Very fluffy.
Mm-hmm. You wanna?
Yeah. Is that kitten fluff, or do we think this is she's gonna be a
She's gonna be a
long-haired?
long-haired kitty.
Aww, a long-haired calico.
And she's very sociable. She's sweet. She's just an all-around good little baby.
And is she currently residing at the shelter?
She is.
Very sweet.
Her nose is so cute.
Isn't it?
Oh.
This is a nice cat. This would be the perfect cat.
Beautiful.
Get some other stuff
Oh,
over here.
got some toys. It's important to have a lot of different toys for your kitten.
It is, especially for a kitten. But even for an older cat, they need the physical activity as well. Sometimes the older kitties tend to get a little chunky, and that's what the doctors advise, is to increase their activity level.
Playtime.
Yes. So, and definitely with a kitten learning how to maneuver their new world, they need a lot of toys and activities.
That would help them settle in, feel more comfortable
Absolutely.
in a new home.
Mm-hmm. And I would recommend, if you were adopting a new kitten or even a cat, is to have them confined to one room of your home to start off with, to get used to the noises and the smells and your household activity. And then after a couple of days, start to introduce them to a bigger area.
Almost like kenneling them, but in just one room.
Right.
For a cat, that would be perfect, right?
Mm-hmm. And then if there's multiple cats in the household, one of the little tricks that you can use to acclimate everybody to a new household member is to brush your existing household cat or cats, and then brush the kitten, and then brush the cats again, to where they all get their scent on one another. And I saw a comment on Facebook, how do I keep my cat from biting my hands? Well, one of the main things about cats is your hands are not toys. So I know that people like to bat at their cats or get them to swat at them back. I don't recommend that.
That's a really good tip. Yeah.
Because as they grow to be adults, then they think that, your hands are something to entertain them, and then you're wondering how come you're scratched up and stuff. So I always recommend replacing, like if they're wanting to bite your hand, replace it with a toy.
Okay, good.
Because they're like little children. They explore everything. Puppies do too, with their mouths when they're growing up and learning.
Mm-hmm.
So just like where you'd have a toddler wanting to touch everything, puppies and kittens, they tend to want to put things in their mouth.
So redirect.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Redirect to something that they can claw, bite,
Right.
hopefully not a human finger. Whoops.
And this little kitten right here, I just trimmed her nails and brushed her out a little bit before we came.
Uh-huh.
And that is, kind of a maintenance thing. In my household, I have dog and cat, and we do a once a month day where they get bathed, their nails get trimmed, they get their flea treatment, they might get their dental stuff, little chews or a little rinse to keep their mouths and teeth healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So we pick a day every month in my house just to kind of work on the pets and make sure they're kept up, so you don't sometimes I know with myself, if I didn't structure myself like that, it might be 6 or 8 weeks, and I'll be like, oh my goodness, I forgot to do that. So I just, the 15th of the month is our day to
Spa
kinda-
day.
Yep,
Yep.
work on everybody.
So cute. So if somebody were
precious.
to adopt Raggedy Ann, would she, does she come vaccinated? Has she been
Yes.
spayed?
She will be spayed, yes, and she will be fully vaccinated. And I do believe you get a little kit with some kitten food and some other things.
They'll give you all the information that you
Yes.
need to keep up with your animal's medical needs.
Correct. And they also, from the shelter here, all the pets that are adopted come microchipped, which is really wonderful. That's a universal identifier.
Uh-huh.
Some people think it's a GPS tracker, like if your pet gets out, you'd be able to know, oh, they're on the other street. Their GPS trackers are external, and you have to have them on a collar, and you have to subscribe to a service monthly probably,
Okay.
and they're not exact. And so all that has to happen is, a person or takes the collar off and the GPS thing comes off, or a pet gets it off somehow, the collar. So, but a microchip is implanted usually in the shoulder blade area,
Oh.
and once it's registered for life. And so the only thing a person would need to do if they had a pet would be to make sure that if you move, that the microchip company has the correct address, your correct contact information.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a good way to make sure that if anything, you ever got separated from your pet, that there's a much better chance of getting your pet returned.
What do you think, Vicki?
She's wonderful.
Oh,